At 65, I was just one conversation away from abandoning intimacy for good. A doctor told me it was simply part of aging, but he was completely mistaken. If you're over 60 and have been told that issues like reduced blood flow, low energy, or a quiet bedroom are just age-related, let me clarify, age isn't the issue. Poor circulation is. I'm Dr. Monroe, and I've been practicing medicine for over 30 years, focusing on men's and women's health. After treating thousands of patients nationwide, I've stumbled upon something transformative and surprisingly straightforward. There are 4 essential vitamins that, when taken properly, can significantly enhance blood flow, boost energy, and rekindle connections, even after turning 60. Not through pills or procedures, but through nutrients your body is silently lacking. This isn't just about feeling younger. It's about remaining warm, engaged, vibrant, and deeply connected to your loved ones. I'm going to share the precise protocol I recommend to my patients, the same one that has helped men and women in their 60s, 70s, and even 80s regain the vitality they believed was lost forever. Ahead, I'll discuss the vitamin that one couple refers to as their marriage saver. You won't want to miss it. Before we proceed, if you're over 60 and care about staying healthy, connected, and energized, hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any of these straightforward science-backed tips designed specifically for you. If this message resonates with you, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0 so I can better assist you. Now, let's dive into the core of the matter. The first vitamin I want to discuss is often overlooked but is crucial for clearing your arteries and restoring healthy blood flow. Without it, calcium can accumulate in the wrong places, hardening your blood vessels and quietly hindering circulation. This vitamin supports not just your heart, but also enhances sensitivity, warmth, and even physical connection in surprising ways. Let's talk about vitamin K2 and why it could be the missing key in your return to true vitality after 60. Vitamin K2, specifically the MK7 form, which I wish I had started taking earlier in life, is essential. I take it every morning with breakfast and recommend it to nearly every patient over 60 because the evidence is just too compelling to overlook. K2 guides calcium, which tends to wander into soft tissues and arteries as we age. This slow and silent buildup stiffens blood vessels, slows circulation, and cools your body in every sense. K2 acts like a traffic cop, directing calcium away from arteries and toward bones. As calcium is removed from blood vessels, they begin to relax and regain flexibility, which is when people start noticing warmer hands and feet, better energy after meals, and improved intimacy. One 67-year-old patient told me, "Doc, it's like someone turned the lights back on." His blood pressure decreased slightly, his complexion improved, and he experienced a renewed sense of touch, all thanks to a simple daily dose of K2. I take 200 micrograms of K2 each day, usually with a meal containing some healthy fat to aid absorption. If you're already taking vitamin D3, K2 becomes even more crucial, working alongside D3 to ensure calcium is directed appropriately, preventing potential harm. For anyone in their 60s, 70s, or beyond, vitamin K2 is more than just a supplement. It's a quiet guardian of everything that enables circulation and connection, and most people start noticing a difference in just a few weeks. But K2 is just the beginning. The next vitamin I take daily plays a different role. It lifts energy, mood, and even desire. It's one that most older adults are surprisingly deficient in, and correcting this deficiency can completely change the game. Let's discuss it. If you're still with me and finding these insights valuable, drop a number 1 in the comments to let me know you're on this journey with me. Now let's continue and explore the second vitamin that can genuinely alter how you feel after 60, vitamin A. D3 is the hormonal key. If there's one vitamin that quietly unlocks energy, mood, and intimacy after 60, It's vitamin D3. I've taken it every morning for the last 15 years, long before it became popular, and I can attest, both personally and professionally, to its profound impact. People often associate vitamin D with bone health, but it functions more like a hormone, influencing over 1,000 bodily functions, including immune strength, brain clarity, blood pressure, and, surprisingly, sexual health. Years ago, I began testing vitamin D levels in my patients and repeatedly observed a pattern. Those who felt drained, cold, foggy, and disconnected often had alarmingly low D3 levels, some in the teens when optimal levels should be 50 or higher. Once we addressed this with daily supplements, their color returned, their voices grew stronger, they smiled more, and in several instances, relationships that had become distant began to feel warm again. One patient, a 74-year-old woman named Elaine, told me, "I thought I was just fading out with age, but now I wake up before my alarm. I laugh more. I touch more." Her words resonated with me. I take about 4,000 IU of D3 daily, usually with breakfast, and always pair it with healthy fats like eggs or avocado to aid absorption. I ensure it's D3, not D2. This detail is crucial, especially for older adults whose bodies metabolize nutrients differently. Vitamin D3 also plays an important role in testosterone and estrogen production. When those hormones are balanced, everything from circulation to desire improves. That's why I never skip it. Rain or shine, summer or winter, it's a staple in my daily routine, and I encourage all my patients over 60 to have their levels checked and supplement, if necessary. Now, as vital as vitamin D3 is for enhancing energy and emotional closeness, the next vitamin I take each day goes even further. It doesn't just support blood flow. It opens the floodgates, and believe it or not, it operates on the same mechanism as some of the most well-known erectile dysfunction medications. Let's take a closer look. Vitamin B3, or niacin, is the blood vessel relaxer. This may surprise you. It certainly surprised me when I first began recommending it to my patients, and even more so when I started using it myself. Vitamin B3 has become a daily staple in my regimen, and it remains one of the most immediate and effective nutrients I use to promote healthy circulation. What makes niacin so remarkable is its ability to relax and expand blood vessels. It boosts something called nitric oxide, the same compound that erectile dysfunction medications rely on. However, niacin works naturally with your body to promote better blood flow without the side effects or risks associated with prescriptions. I vividly recall my first proper dose of niacin. Within minutes, I felt a warm flush envelop my skin, an unmistakable sign that my blood vessels were opening up. It was like turning up the brightness on my entire body. I felt more alert and present, and that experience compelled me to recommend it to patients struggling with cold hands and feet, low stamina, or a general sense of numbness in their lives. One 70-year-old retired engineer told me that after 3 weeks on niacin, he could finally feel warmth in his legs again. He began walking more, sleeping better, and, in his words, finally felt connected to his body once more. I personally take 500 mg of flush niacin, not the no-flush version, with food. That initial warming sensation can seem intense at first, but once you understand what's happening, you realize it's a sign that circulation is improving. It's like reopening back roads that had been closed for years. Niacin isn't just beneficial for physical performance. Many of my patients report enhanced mood, mental clarity, and even emotional openness. When blood flows freely, the brain comes alive, affecting our connections, not just in the bedroom, but in daily life. As much as niacin aids blood vessel dilation, there's one more vitamin I take daily that strengthens the vessel walls themselves, smoothing and protecting them from age-related damage. It's one of the most underrated tools we possess for intimacy and vitality after 60, yet hardly anyone discusses it. Let's uncover what it is. If you're still engaged and finding these insights beneficial, comment with a number 1 below. I'd love to know you're still with me. Now, let's examine the fourth and final vitamin I take every day. Vitamin E, particularly mixed tocopherols, is the anti-stiffness vitamin. This last one may not seem thrilling at first, but for me, it has become an essential part of my routine. I take vitamin E every single day, without exception. Not the synthetic type you find in cheap drugstore bottles, but a natural blend of mixed tocopherols that genuinely support circulation, tissue health, and intimacy as we age. Many people don't realize that vitamin E operates deep within the blood vessels. As we age, our arteries lose flexibility and become rigid and less responsive. This isn't just a cardiovascular concern, it impacts how blood flows throughout the entire body, including sensitive areas. Vitamin E helps prevent that stiffness by safeguarding the inner lining of your vessels, the endothelium, from oxidative stress and inflammation. I started taking it after reading a study linking vitamin E to improved microvascular function in older adults, but what truly convinced me were the testimonials from my patients. One woman in her late 60s came to me complaining of ongoing numbness in her hands and feet, as well as a general sense of disconnection from her partner. We adjusted her supplement routine to include a high-quality vitamin E blend, and within a month she told me something I'll never forget. I feel color returning to my life. That statement stuck with me. We're not just discussing circulation. In a physical sense, we're talking about emotional warmth, presence, and the ability to engage with life on a deeper level. That's what healthy blood flow allows, and consistent vitamin E intake helps preserve that. Personally, I take 400 IU of natural vitamin E with lunch, always alongside other fat-soluble nutrients like D3 and K2. I find that this combination works harmoniously together, each supporting the other in subtle yet significant ways. However, as powerful as these 4 vitamins are, they only work if you take action. You don't need to overhaul your life overnight, but you do need to begin. This leads us to the aspect most people overlook, the one that distinguishes wishful thinking from genuine change. So, what exactly should you do today to feel better, move better, and reconnect with what truly matters? Let me guide you through it step by step, starting today. By now, you might be thinking, okay, this all sounds promising, but where do I start? I understand that after years of dealing with fatigue, cold hands, sluggish mornings, and increasing distance from your partner, taking the first step can seem daunting. But believe me, it's not about transforming your entire life overnight. It's about making one simple, deliberate choice and repeating it day after day. Here's what I advise my patients and what I personally practice. Start with what your body is missing. You don't need to pursue complicated treatments or expensive trends. Instead, provide your body with the essential nutrients it's been yearning for, the ones that fuel blood flow, warmth, touch, and connection. Begin with these 4. Vitamin A. K2 to keep your arteries clear and flexible. Vitamin D3 to restore your energy, mood, and drive. Niacin to open your vessels and awaken parts of yourself that have become quiet. And vitamin E to ensure your circulation remains smooth and steady so your body can respond as it once did, perhaps even better. If you're unsure where to begin, pick one vitamin and incorporate it into your breakfast. Give it a few days, then add another. You don't need to feel all the effects at once, although many do. What matters most is consistency. That's where the real change occurs. This transformation isn't just about how you move or sleep or perform. It's about how you show up in your life, in your relationships, and in the mirror. You've dedicated years to caring for others. Now it's time to prioritize your own restoration. These vitamins are more than mere capsules. They're tools to help you reconnect with everything that still resides within you. As we approach the final segment of this journey, I want to impart Something even more powerful than a supplement, a message I've shared with every patient who has crossed my threshold. It's a belief that can transform your perspective on aging forever. A new chapter, not the end. After over 30 years as a physician, I've learned that aging does not signify the end of vitality. It merely represents a shift in how we access it. I've witnessed people in their 60s and 70s rediscover joy, intimacy, energy, and purpose, not through miracles or machines, but through small, consistent changes. Often it starts with restoring what time and stress have gradually taken away: circulation, clarity, and connection. We've discussed 4 essential vitamins, not exotic supplements or fads, just nutrients your body once produced abundantly, but now requires assistance to replenish. Vitamin K2 guides calcium from your arteries back to your bones, where it belongs. Vitamin D3 elevates your mood, balances your hormones, and brings light back into your mornings. Niacin opens your blood vessels, restoring warmth, flow, and physical responsiveness. Vitamin E protects the delicate lining of your vessels, ensuring everything flows smoothly so your body can feel again. These are the same nutrients I take daily, not because I'm attempting to reverse the clock, but because I want to be fully engaged in the time I have left. I wish to continue walking alongside my wife, holding my grandkids with strength, and savoring the quiet intimacy that comes at the end of the day, the kind that requires no words, just a hand to hold and an open heart. I've witnessed these vitamins restore blood flow, but more importantly, I've seen them restore confidence. And once confidence returns in your body, your energy, and your relationships, everything changes. The way you carry yourself, the way you laugh, the way you reach for your partner without hesitation. That kind of change doesn't need to be loud. It simply needs to be real. Perhaps no one ever explained how much these simple deficiencies could impact how you feel. Maybe no one ever indicated that poor circulation isn't just about cold feet, but also about the chill that seeps into the spaces between you and your loved ones. I'm here to tell you it doesn't have to stay that way. You aren't broken, you're not past your prime, you're simply running low on what your body once produced effortlessly. And now you have the knowledge and the choice to begin rebuilding. Start small, be consistent, and give it a few weeks. Don't expect immediate fireworks, but pay attention to how your energy shifts, how your skin feels warmer, how your thoughts grow clearer. If you're in a relationship, notice the subtle ways connection returns: a longer embrace, a lingering glance, a conversation that deepens rather than trails off. Aging isn't about relinquishing what makes life meaningful. It's about learning how to nurture it differently. These 4 vitamins are part of that process. They don't replace you. They support you, helping the best parts of you rise back to the surface. So here's my final thought. Don't wait. You've waited long enough. Your body is ready to respond. Your heart is ready to open. And this next chapter may just be the most connected, most vibrant, and most fulfilling season of your life. The question is, are you ready to step into it? Because everything you need starts now. If this message resonated with you, even just a little, I'd love to hear from you. Please like this video if you found it helpful, share it with someone you care about who might benefit, and leave a comment below to let me know which of these vitamins you're considering starting. Your story might inspire someone else to take that first step.